Assalamualaikum and hi everyone. In this video, we will discuss the volumetric analysis titration of citric acid in soft drink, juice drink and energy drink. So, what is citric acid? Citric acid is one of the most common food additive used in commercial beverage. It can be found in many products such as soft drink, juice drink and energy drink. Citric acid is added not only to enhance the flavor of beverage but also to provide the desired acidity and to improve product stability. Since different manufacturers use different formulation, the concentration of citric acid may vary from one beverage to another. Now, why is it important to determine the citric acid content? This is because citric acid directly affects the taste, quality and shelf life of beverage. By monitoring the acid content, manufacturers can ensure that their product remain consistent and meet food quality standard. Therefore, analyzing the concentration of citric acid is an important part of quality control in food and beverage industry. Now, let's look at the analytical method used in this experiment. The main objective of this experiment is to determine and compare the concentration of citric acid in different commercial beverages. To achieve this, we use a method known as volumetric analysis. Volumetric analysis is a technique used to determine the concentration of a substance by measuring the volume of a standard solution required to react completely with it. This method is commonly used in laboratories because it provides accurate and reliable results. There are four main types of volumetric analysis, which are acid-base titration, precipitation titration, complexometric titration and redox titration. For this experiment, we choose acid-base titration because citric acid is an acidic compound. This makes acid-base titration more suitable method for determining its concentration. During the titration process, the citric acid in each beverage sample reacts with a standard base solution, allowing its concentration to be calculated. By using this technique, we can accurately measure and compare the citric acid content in soft drink, juice drink and energy drink. Because of this accuracy and reliability, this method is widely used in food and beverage industry for quality control and product evaluations.
Before we move to the experiment, let me briefly explain the theory. Citric acid is a weak organic acid that is naturally found in citrus fruit. It is also tripartite acid, which means one citric acid can release 3 hydrogen ions. To determine its concentration, we use an acid-base titration. In this method, the citric acid in the beverage reacts with sodium hydroxide or NaOH until it reaches the endpoint. We use phenolphthalein as the indicator. It is colorless in acidic solution and turns to pale pink when the endpoint is reached. The volume of NaOH used is then recorded and used in the stoichiometric calculation to determine the concentration of the citric acid. The balanced chemical equation is shown at the bottom of the slide. This slide shows the apparatus and chemical used in our acid-base titration experiment. For the apparatus, we use a retard stand to hold the burette in place, a 50 ml burette to dispense the standard sodium hydroxide solution, a 25 ml pipette with a pipette filler to accurately measure the sample volume, a conical flask to contain the solution during the titration, a funnel to fill the burette, and a watt tile to make it easier to observe the color change at the endpoint. Besides that, for the chemicals, we use standard sodium hydroxide NaOH solution, distilled water, and phenolphthalein as the indicator. And for the sample, we use Red Bull as our energy drinks, orange juice as fruit juice, and soda for our soft drinks. Now, I will explain the methodology of the experiment. First, the burette was rinsed with distilled water and then with the NaOH solution before being filled with NaOH. Next, the initial burette reading was recorded. Then, 25 ml of the beverage sample was piped into a conical flask. After that, 2 or 3 drops of phenolphthalein indicator were added. The sample was then titrated with NaOH while continuously swirling the flask. Near the endpoint, NaOH was added drop by drop until the pale pink color remained for about 30 seconds. The final burette reading was recorded. Then, the titration was repeated for about 3 times to obtain consistent and reliable result. The same procedure was repeated for the fruit juice, energy drinks, and soft drink sample.
First, 25 ml of the soft drink was transferred into a conical flask, followed by 2 or 3 drops of phenolphthalein indicator. The sample was titrated with now until the endpoint was reached. A pale pink color that persisted for 30 seconds indicates the endpoint.
The same titration procedure was repeated using the Red Bull sample. At the endpoint, a light orange color was observed and remained stable. Finally, the same procedure was carried out for the orange juice sample. At the endpoint, the solution changed to a
experimental data obtained were then analyzed to determine the citric acid concentration in each beverage. Let's go through the result one sample at a time. First is orange juice. It required the highest average volume of sodium hydroxide, which was 29.85 milliliters. Since more sodium hydroxide is needed to neutralize a larger amount of acid, this indicates that orange juice contains the most citric acid. Based on our calculation, its citric acid concentration was 0.039 molar, the highest among the three beverages. This is expected because orange naturally contains high amount of citric acid, which give them their characteristic sour taste. Next is Red Bull. It required an average of 15.85 milliliters of sodium hydroxide, giving a calculated citric acid concentration of 0.0211 molar. Although Red Bull is not made from citrus fruit, citric acid is commonly added to enhance flavor, regulate acidity, and improve product stability. As a result, its citric acid concentration falls between orange juice and soda. Finally, soda required the lowest average volume of sodium hydroxide with only 11.67 milliliters, corresponding to a citric acid concentration of 0.0156 molar. This might seem surprisingly because soda tastes acidic. However, its acidity is not solely due to citric acid. It may also come from carbonic acid or other food acid, depending on the formulation.
As a conclusion, the concentration of citric acid in different beverages was successfully determined using the acid-base titration methods. Based on our result, orange juice reported the highest citric acid concentration, which was 0.098 molarity. This was followed by Red Bull with a concentration of 0.0211 molarity, and soda with the lowest concentration of 0.0156 molarity. The difference in citric acid concentration are influenced by the composition and formulation of each beverage. Orange juice naturally contains more citric acid, while energy drink and soft drink contain different amounts depending on their ingredient and manufacturing process. This experiment demonstrates that acid-base titration is an accurate, reliable, and effective analytical technique for determining citric acid concentration in beverage. Furthermore, this method is widely applied in the food and beverage industry for quality control, maintaining product consistency, and ensuring food safety standards are met. Overall, this project highlights the importance of analytical chemistry in everyday life and its role in monitoring the quality of commercial beverage.